All right. Welcome, everyone. I do believe that we are live. Always weird seeing this delay that's going on here. That's okay. Okay. What do we say? Today is Friday. So happy Friday to everyone out there. And hope you have a good weekend all lined up and ready to go. Yeah, so for me, I don't know, probably going to do some work, I would imagine, this weekend. And today's kind of exciting. Let me see if I can move this out of the way. I don't know if it's getting, changing my focus area here. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, this weekend, probably going to be doing some work this weekend, as I always do, which is okay. But today is an exciting day because it is the last day in our little mini series, I guess you can call, where we were building a membership website completely from scratch. And that was for the Bookmark website, which is a review site, which I'm building for somebody, I guess a client or a friend or whatever, just someone who prefers to remain anonymous. But anyways, so that site is being built and has been built. And I just handed the site off to them yesterday for them to go ahead and populate with the content. So hopefully that'll get done within the next week or so. And then we can actually see this thing live and do maybe a little bit of a reveal. I mean, if you've been seeing this, you know kind of what the URL is, but getting some water mid-sentence, not the greatest idea. But yeah, hopefully we could do a reveal next week at some point. But until then, we are just going to keep carrying on. And today, I think what we'll do, actually, let's get out of this because this is a super secret project that I need to hide. And bring this up. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Close all this other junk. And I think we want to go over the site just a little bit, just to make sure that everything is okay and ready to go. And then I'll actually show you what I did for Genius Link. I got that kind of all working. At least I think so. We'll have to see when it's actually up and running, but I think it's all good. So, all right. So here's the site. We should, can we publish this? I mean, it should be published already. Yeah, so it does have one issue. Are there skip level heading? Goes from this should be H1, H2, and there should be an H3 somewhere. Maybe it's hidden, I think, in here. Probably somewhere. That's okay. We can ignore that. It's just a warning. It's just a warning. Nothing critical. One thing I want to note. I don't like this, but I just want to take a look here. So I want to throw some music on. But here's something that's really annoying. So, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But if you look here over these past two episodes, I think that's when I was listening to Gavin. I think I'm gonna have to blame you. But no, it's not a big deal at all. It says here that it's copyright protected content found, but the owner allows the content to be used on YouTube. So that's fine, but the problem with that is I do believe that because they've made a claim to whatever copyright material is on there, then they'll be able to monetize that video so they could run ads on this, even if I choose to not run ads, which I can't say I'm never going to do it because, say I'm getting millions of views a day. I mean, that's lots of money to be made through ads, but I have no intentions of running ads and I don't want to run ads. Right. And look at this. It says all the songs here that are impacted, like at the time, right? So they're all this lo-fi geek. It's actually just this lo-fi geek person here. So yeah, I guess we can't play that person anymore, obviously. So yeah, whatever. Pros and cons of copyright stuff. Like I get it as an artist, why you'd want to make sure people just don't take your stuff, but whatever. Whatever. It's just going to go back to our, at least for now, this tried and true Stream Beats. Hopefully he gets some more songs. I mean, he's got other stuff but it's just like, it was just noise to me. Let's have a look. I guess there's this ambient. Like, what are... Yeah, I don't know what all this other stuff is, but let's just try ambient, I guess. Oh, there's only 1 hour, so that's not very much. Maybe I should just make up my own music. That's one of these days. Okay, so what do we want to do? Okay, yeah, we're just doing a quick overview of the website to make sure everything's okay. So I want to update the logo. That'll be something to look at. And I mean, everything, we already looked at everything. And there's not much we can do without having things on here. We might play around with these colors later on. I'm going to see how it looks like in a couple weeks once we have, once there's actual reviews on here, just to see what they look like. Because these colors seem a little bit too pastel, a little bit too muted, given what this bookmark is. So we'll take a look at that. The blog, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. No authors have been added. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. Yeah. Yep, we're just gonna have to wait. Which is fine. Okay. The one thing I guess I want to show is if there's a review, well, there's no reviews. So I think I want to make a sample review because is it just Genius Link? Right. So I did this here. Let me zoom in. So basically what I did is when you're on Amazon, you can get your affiliate like ID or a little piece of code. And so what we got is we got the tracking code for Amazon.ca and then Amazon.com. So for American and Canadian. So you just add program. You just literally cut and paste this code, which you get from the Amazon Associates, and you add it into here. And then you just go into link, and I just created a new link, and you just, like I just put as an example here, this book here, which I know is going to be reviewed. And it just gives you this link here, which we're going to copy. And we're going to just just give this a test here. So we want to go, there's going to be the link, right? The purchase link. So that's going to go here. And what's the book title? I think it's Think Like a Monk. Like a monk. And then what's his name? Jay Shetty, I think his name. And when was this published? I don't know. Let's see. Think Like a Monk. I mean, I don't know why I'm spending so much time getting these details right because it's just a test. But September or 2022. Okay, so book publication year. Oh, it wants the actual. I guess we can get that sometimes. September. What was it? 8th? What I saw. Yeah, September 8th, 2020. Genre. Oh, I don't know what kind of genre this is in. Is this nonfiction? Whatever. It's 5. Ooh. Goodreads. Where's the search? There should be a big search right here at the front. It's all the way here. Jay Shetty. Stop. 4.23. Okay. 1 decimal. Right, there's not going to be an author. Okay, let's see. So think like a monk. Yeah, so we're going to want to get a copy. Is that a good? That looks like a good copy. Save image as think like a monk. Oh, that's a web. Let's look at. We need to look at the file itself. Let's just put it on the desktop. So we're going to go into here. That's the thumbnail. This is the book image. Think like a monk. Da-da-da. And let's get a good, just get a good sample thumbnail. Just like a book. Want it to be like horizontal. I mean, it's gonna look something like this, but because we're gonna want all the images to be basically 6x4 format. And well, we need 6x4. 6x4. What's 6x4? So I know something like that. Or well, 3x2. I guess would be the same thing. I guess we don't want it that wide. Let me see. Can I dumb this down even more? By half, 15 by 1,000. Okay. Up. Desktop. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there we go. So this will be, I mean, it won't be exactly like this, obviously. Well, it won't be this at all because it's not the right book. But there'll be like these nice images of books. Desktop. Sample thumbnail. Okay. And let's go here. Let's go sample thumbnail. Our very first. No, it'd be like everything you need to live like a monk and control your emotions. This is a short description which should show in the metadata. Okay, so I mean, this is totally not what we're going to do, but I'm just copying this just to get a look for how it's going to look. Okay, this isn't me copying you know, this is from Goodreads and then sticking in here, right? So just a demo. No related books. Okay, so I think we can create and publish this. All right, so let me go into, I am in the review template. And here's a short description and then the rating. Yep, so everything's there. Cool. And these are the things that we certainly want to click, or to check out. So we should publish, although it should already be published. All right, everything you need to live like a monk. Non-fiction, 5 stars. There's no reviewer. There's the picture of the book, and you can buy now with this Genius link. And so the idea here is if I click this Genius link, it should take me to amazon.ca with my tag, which is right there. So I think that's the tracking. So that works, which is perfect. But if I'm in America, can I never use this. I never purchased it. Oh, so I can't just use it, can I? Can I get just Firefox? I don't have Firefox installed. Is there a free VPN anywhere? Yeah, Proton Mail. Interesting. Do they have... Is it a browser? Proton VPN. Three countries. US, is that... What is that? Is that Holland? That flag? Blue, white, red. Blue, or sorry, red. White. What flag is that? Is that France? It's not France, is it? Is France the other way? Now I need to know. Flags of... Well, let's see. What's the Dutch flag? Yes, I was right. Haha! If that's... if that's the real flag. Okay, anyways. It looks like a browser, which is kind of cool. I mean, do I want to install it? What do I get? Is it going to ask me to sign in? Create an account? Oh, yeah, Proton account. Oh, they've changed quite a bit. What does Proton Mail look like now? Oh man, they've changed a lot since I first heard about them. Oh, and they got the apps everywhere. Cool. Oh, they've upgraded their design because their design was really bad when I first saw them. Okay, anyways, I imagine, actually, I have my phone. I have VPN on my phone. So I will test. So we want to go to the United States. So I think if I can I show this? So I'm VPN'd into the US. So I'm going to go into our site. Bookmarked. .webflow.io. Everything you need. So I'm on the site here. That should be visible, right? Looks like the site. So I'm gonna go get the book. And that's taking me to Amazon.com. You should be able to see that. Amazon.com, but is the URL? Yeah, and the URL has the 5D, whatever. Bookmarked 5D. Zoom. There we go. And the URL. I have to take my word for it. Okay. Although I think that showed up. I think that showed up. Right. So that's good. So that's working. So whether if you're coming in from the US or Canada, you'll get redirected to the appropriate, Amazon. And if you're not from there, then I think, like, if you look at it, I think if you click on here, you can see that, there's some Webflow links, I guess. I think you can see, where can you see it? Like if you edit the link, I think. Yeah, it searches like all the Amazon stores and it shows all the different, like Italy, Spain, Germany, and it's like the perfect match for the book. But it says not affiliated. So I don't have like those affiliates added. So it's still going to take them to Australia. I just won't get commission. Well, or whoever, right? So this is affiliated and this is affiliated. So it's pretty straightforward. You just have to go in your Amazon affiliates and you have to just sign up for each and every single one that you want to, send people to, depending on where your audience is coming from. And then you can use this Genius link and then away you go. So it looks like it's $5 a month, depending on how many links, or not how many links. Is it how many links or how many clicks you get? Is it reports or tools? Maybe in the settings here. Let's view my plan. 2,000 clicks, yeah. Plus $2 per. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, if you get clicks, I don't know what your click-through rate, even if it's 1%. So 1% of people buy that click. If they buy one book, I mean, you'll get, actually you don't get very much, right? What's that? I don't even know what Amazon pays now. 3%? I don't even know what they pay. So they spend $30, you get $1. Is that 3%? No. Yeah, that would be about 3%. So you can make your money back pretty quick, I would imagine. You get 2,000 clicks, so it's not too bad. I mean, if you're selling big products on Amazon, like cameras or whatever, then I could see that adding up pretty quickly, because then you get, whatever 3% per one camera. That's pretty big. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like all stuffed up and congested today. I don't know if I have some kind of cold or whatever. It started a couple days ago. I don't know if it's working too much and getting like stressed sick, because nobody else in the family is sick. And it just seems to be me. And it's happened like a couple weeks ago as well too, which is really annoying. So like everything is just super congested. So I don't know. I need to start taking better care of myself and my health. That's for sure. So more to come on that. Yeah. So I think we're done. That's all that I can think of that we need to do to get ready, to get the site ready. I think everything is ready. The users are working. The client's happy. They like it. So we're good to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this. Not to be unpublish it. I guess we can just, delete it. There's no way to restore a deleted item. Sure, of course there is. You just don't want to give it to us, which is fine. Okay. So that's that. Yeah, I think so. We can close that, close that, close that. So what else is there? It's Friday, and I don't know if I want to start anything per se. So maybe we can start thinking about what we want to do next week. So let's look at Pixel. Oh geez, sorry. I was talking about stuff and I was doing things and you couldn't even see. Sorry about that. Right. So remember when I was thinking Pixel would be all for membership sites, but then Webflow didn't quite give me the functionality that I want. But I know that you could use MemberStack to get that functionality. But the problem I have with MemberStack, and it's a huge problem that I have outside of the pricing, which the pricing is what it is. I think it's really expensive personally, but I think, they do good. They do good work. It would be even better if you could have one account and pay like $200 a month, and then you can get these 0 transaction fees. But then you could have multiple websites and multiple membership sites on that one account, so you could make them for other people. So every single site didn't have to pay the $50 a month or whatever. $50 a month plus 2% transaction fees plus the 3% that Stripes charges. $50, and then you got to pay your fees for the website itself. You're getting pretty expensive if you're not getting very many members. Is what I'm saying. What I'm getting at. So, anyways, I'm not here to talk about. These guys seem really, really good, and I would have no problem supporting them if I had a membership site that had was getting a few memberships every week or whatever it is. You got to pay for business, so that's not really an issue. What my issue is we can go on here because I'm using MemberStack for this site, and if you go into the membership, there's certain things like these things here. These are members only, and you click on this and you get continue reading, join, right? Which is cool. I really like that. You can design this yourself and whatever. So that's really great. But because of how MemberStack works, it works JavaScript only. So it doesn't secure everything server side. So if you just go right in here and where it looks like right here's the membership. No. That's here. Let's go. Action report. I think you can see, okay, so you see over the past few weeks, actually, let me zoom in here. I've noticed dedication to my health, blah, blah, blah. What else is new? I've been struggling with this for a long time. There we go. That's that text right there, right? And that's fine. And then to continue reading, please join the project, right? And that's, we can't do anything. That's right here. All the pricing, $100, $1,500, right? It's all there. Already member. But then you have here, so like this piece of code here, this tells MemberStack don't show this to the user, right? But it still displays right here in the code. So it still gets rendered onto the browser, but then it gets hidden after the fact. So you can still see it. It's right here. Like, here's the text. This is the private membership only information and data, right? It's right there. So, yeah. So like the big thing is like this video. So like if you clicked on this video, this video can't be played here. But there are ways you can get around that. But even so, you can still see the content, right? So if it wasn't video, if it was just like a private post, you can see it, right? People could still access that information. So, you know, like you can take this embed and you can put it somewhere else into the HTML and still view it, right? You know, like I wonder, like if I took this iframe, can I copy that? So if I go here and let me put it in here, and let's say how do I edit this? I know there's a way to edit. Can I just edit as HTML? Where am I? So say I just go in here and then I paste that in. And then there we go. And can that play now? And then it's playing, I think. Yeah, right? So that's playing. So you can get access to, there's just this display thing that I have set up here, which is why this is all whatever. But the point being is that's how easy it would be for someone to steal content that you have gated using MemberStack, right? So that's my big thing. And that's why when I had Pixel, when one of the things too is I had this safe and secure, is because your premium content is processed server sides, which will never be exposed to users who want to bypass the information. So like when I'm here on Bookmarked, if you have the user information, or what the heck? Oh, 1 second. Hello, Doom speaking. Yeah, hi, how are you? Oh, not too bad, thank you. Yep. Yeah, I already do have an appointment. It's for Monday morning, actually. I do. Yeah, all right. So we'll see you then. Okay, thank you. Bye. That was my auto shop calling to let me know that our another Canadian cash grab is was it the MVI, whatever he says, the car has to be renewed every 2 years, or has to be safetied every 2 years in order to get your license renewed. Yeah, and is it your license renewed, or sorry, your license plate renewed, and then you're able to, I don't know, it gives basically drive. So you got to pay for that, and then pay for whatever it is that the mechanic is going to find that's wrong with the car. So that's a pain. Anyways, so I booked an appointment like a week ago, and they're just calling me now. Says, hey, it's due. Looks like you should book an appointment. It's like, yeah, I already did. Thank you. Be nice if they would talk to each other and know this, but hey. Anyways, good for them to call, or nice of them to call to remind me, I guess. Anyways, what was I saying? Right. So if you're here, so I think this is good. Maybe we should test this first right now while we're here. Is if we go on to the homepage, this whole join bookmarked for free, this whole thing, if you remember, is only going to be visible when the user is logged out, right? On this user state. So I think what happens is this doesn't even get served onto the page if the person is logged in. So actually, let's do it the other way, because let's just have this. Let's just do this for testing because I don't want to log in. So let's just say if the user is element is visible when they're logged in, right? So you have to be logged in order to see the welcome. Makes sense? So just imagine that was some like super secret hidden hidden content, right? For logged in members only. Oh yeah, of course. So let's go to the home, and you can see right away that whole hero section is gone. And if we look at the source code, oh god, it's gonna be displayed like this. I wonder, if we could just go, no. Let's go like this instead. So if we go to the latest book reviews, H2, then it goes to the latest, then it goes to the header, and then there's the navigation, and this nav bar is, this is just our navigation right here. Home, review, blog. Can you see that? Oh, I'm kind of in the way here. I think my face is in the way. There we go. So it's highlighting where it is. This is the about. What is this here? Oh, that's the hamburger when it's on mobile. And then header. And then that's it. And then latest. So it's not even in the HTML. So it's not in the code. So you can't get it. So again, right here, the hidden stuff is right in the HTML. So you can still access it. So that's why I wouldn't feel comfortable using MemberStack for any kind of client work. Even though I think it's a fantastic tool, I just wouldn't use it for client work because of those security vulnerabilities. It's not even security vulnerabilities. It's just someone can take it and then someone could just steal all of it, right? And so I wouldn't want to be responsible for a customer that says, hey, you know what? I spent $10,000 on making these high quality video courses, and here we go. We put them on our membership site, and then it's stolen and someone has them. Obviously somebody could pay for a site, look at the videos, steal the videos there. So there's always going to be risks associated with putting stuff online. Absolutely, some people are going to steal. I always consider it almost like flattering if someone steals something, in the sense that my stuff is good enough for you to actually want to steal and do whatever it is you want to do with it. Sure. But because the majority of people are good people, and majority of people are going to pay for something, right? So, but it doesn't mean I want to make it easy for people to steal, especially if it's for client stuff that might not have the same relaxed feelings about having my stuff taken, right? So yeah, a little bit of a rant there, but that's why I'm thinking about Pixel of like not doing membership stuff. So for me, with Webflow, there's one thing, or maybe it's two things. There's two things that really that I would really like to have. And I don't know if one is for a Webflow thing or one is, they're probably both Webflow things. But number one is access to this user information, right? So I want to be able to, whenever someone creates a new account, I need to grab that information through Zapier. I need to get this user ID and I need to get this email address. I need that info. And I want to be able to duplicate. I want to be able to take that and say, put them into a newsletter or put them in somewhere else, or just do whatever I want with that information, right? And I need for all other collections to be able to reference that user, right? So like, for example, like when I make a comment section or a comment, if I want to make a CMS collection, I want to be able to establish a user with a comment or whatever, right? If it's going to be some type of forum or something like that you want to do, you want to have the ability to do that. So that's super important. And what's the other thing? The other thing would be that whenever a new collection is made or created, and then I hit like save or whatever, I would love to be able to capture that in Zapier. or any other similar type of application or program, because there's not just Zapier out there. And the reason that would be really great, because for example, in this site, whenever there's a new review, I would love to be able to take that ID of that review and put it into our book table here. This ID. I need to have the name of the book or of the review. Well, in this case, it is of the book, and then the Webflow ID, so that there could be an ID associated with each review, so I can get the comments. But then again, if I could do all that in-house by being able to capture the user, I would need to have to go through all this rigmarole of using Airtable. So that's another thing. So if that could all be handled in-house in Webflow, that would be perfect. So it is in beta. I think it's only going to get better. Again, I love Webflow. I love what they do. Of course, there's limitations and you have to play within the limitations, which is really annoying. But if I'm going to start a membership site and it's going to be super basic for now and do what it needs to do really, really well, and that is to keep gated content. And not only can you keep gated content, you can also have different user groups have access to different things, right? So you can have all silver level people access this, but then they can't access, the gold or the platinum or whatever it is, right? So you can have different tiers all built in within Webflow. And then of course you have the flexibility to create different pages as well too, and different layouts and all that fun stuff, and really get kind of more complex with your structures of how you set up the things you want to do with your membership program. And then that's better than, for me, using something like Ghost, because then you have to program all that in. It just makes it more difficult and complicated to know what your structure is going to be like. And when you want to add different things to your membership, it might be a little bit more complex in something like Ghost, because you got to play around with your routes or whatever and have different types of posts and be able to link them with different categories or tags or whatever. Yeah, so it's too bad. It's like, can I mix Ghost with Webflow? Mixing Ghost with Webflow, I think, is that like the perfect union? I don't know if that's the perfect union, but I know if I was to develop something that would be specifically so Ghost is perfect because it's really for publishers. If you're publishing like a newsletter or blog posts or podcast or whatever, and you kind of want to monetize that, perfect. But if you want to make like courses and communities where people can kind of come together and discuss something around a specific topic, Ghost is not it. Webflow is not it. Then you're using something like Circle, which I've seen before. You're using something like this. But then what this totally misses the customizability of something like Webflow, right? So it needs to be like, I would love something in the middle somehow, some way. Introducing the new business plan. What is this new business plan? And like, this is what it looks like. And so like, it's okay. Like, I mean, anyways, I don't know too much about the ins and outs of Circle, because I've never actually joined someone who's in Circle, but I've done a lot of kind of looking into it. And it's really a way for you to really interact with the people that are in your community, right? So if you were to have a membership site where people join and you want to be able to have Zoom hangouts with them, and you want to be able to publish courses, and you want to be able to have like a message board and some kind of chat or whatever, this thing does everything, right? Like, I think this here is the community for people that are in Circle. Like, I think if you buy Circle, you can join their Circle group, right? And this is kind of it. So like, here's a post, I guess, and I think you could probably leave comments on it. Oh my goodness, this is so long. Yeah, so these are people making comments and people liking the comments. And there's like a knowledge base. Can you get to it? Or maybe I don't know if this is a little bit different. So it almost seems like it's like a wiki almost as well. So it's a pretty cool product. I don't know if I would want to build a competitor to this though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, paid memberships, recurring subscriptions, gate content, upsells, free trials, coupons. Yeah, it's like the live streams and event messaging. This is really where it sets itself apart from something like Ghost or membership or member stack. Is you have all these engaging features, but there's other ways you can work this as well too, if that's what you wanted to do. Roles and permissions. So I guess you can invite different moderators as well. Directory. You can create these on your own as well too. And there's lots of things that you can do to build these things in your own tools as well, but then to not be limited by how these guys display, which is why I think so for this, what are you paying? So say you want an enterprise feature or whatever, and you're paying $400 a month. Let's bring out the calculator here. So why are we doing this? I guess I'm just thinking a little bit of what Pixel's going to try to focus on, right? And what niche we want to try to go in. So we got 400 times, let's just say the average is going to go on for 2 years. Let's just say. So you're going to spend $9,600 for 2 years. So $10,000 to develop or to run your custom platform. What if you can do it where, you pay your $10,000 up front and then you have a monthly fee that is much less than it's just like $100 a month or something like that for your maintenance and everything as you go. Or maybe it doesn't even cost $10,000. Maybe it costs like $5,000. Yeah, whatever it is, it costs a certain amount. You get your custom membership site, and then away you go. And it just has the things that you need. And yeah, these transaction fees are always killer. Unlimited members, sure. Yeah, look at that limit. If it was somebody like me who was doing 2 hours a day, I guess you get 100 hours per month. I guess that would be, so 2 hours per day times 30 days. So that's 60 hours. So, yeah, you'd have to be live streaming over 3 hours a day to meet, to go over that enterprise level. But then if you have a lot, let's say you have 2 or 3 different people live streaming different things in your company. That's a lot of live streaming. So those are pretty good numbers. Oh, and all these are add-ons, extra costs. Yeah. Yeah, is it worth? Like a Circle competitor that is somehow a mix of Ghost and Webflow? Or can we build something? Can we build a backend that completely enhances Webflow to build that in? And that uses Webflow's ability to be able to create completely gated content. Because there are things you can do with the code, obviously, to get people's members' IDs and all that kind of stuff stored in Airtable or something like that. So you could do that. It might be kind of a pain in the ass, but actually it would be a pain in the ass. But to build an interface, it's almost like the user would never even have to hit Webflow. It's like you have an interface where they can create posts and whatever. And then but see, building a whole business around another component is dangerous. Like if Webflow goes out of business, your company goes out of business. So that's dangerous. Because imagine you built, imagine you built a company that for whatever reason, the only way that it could be in existence is to depend on another store. Like if your store was somehow only able to do business on top of like a Walmart roof. I don't know, something stupid. And then if Walmart goes out of business, then it's like your company goes out of business because you no longer have any more Walmart roofs to operate under, right? So if your business, it's like YouTube. Imagine if your business was YouTube and you just make YouTube videos and all your money comes from ad revenues. If Google decides, they could decide tomorrow that that's it, we're not doing this anymore. No more ad revenue for all of our YouTube members. You don't have a business. Just like that, right? So it doesn't matter how good your product is, you don't have a business. So that's probably not the best idea, is to build a business on top of that. So it's almost have to build your own custom solution. And I don't know if it's that difficult to create something like that. Yeah. But again, okay, so what are we doing? We're talking ideas here. We're brainstorming out loud completely. So we have I don't know where we're at with this. Because I know my partner is really busy. So I'm not sure if this is, I'm not sure how long this will take to happen or if it's going to happen. Is building our invoice company. So that is something that we can do. Could be an add-on to Pixel, which we do need at some point. Either we're gonna do that, we're gonna have to build it, or have to buy another invoicing software to manage our invoices. So there's that piece. Well, let's think about Pixel itself. So what do we need to do? We need to get customers. Forget about the things that Pixel can build. There's lots of things that we can build on the side. The other thing we could build on the side is components for Webflow. Since we're going to be using Webflow for pretty much every customer that comes through the door, might as well build components and have a component library. Might as well. So that's something that can easily be done. But we build brands, right? So who do I want to build brands for? And do we still want to say brands, or do we want to figure out what our niche could be? Do we want to focus on startups, people that have gotten some kind of Series A or whatever it is funding, or that are going through some kind of accelerator program? Those are people that we can target for sure, because they have nothing at all. They need something completely new, right? I got the video. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a little bit all over the place. This is if you had high quality content, and that gets to our services of building digital products. So it's really going to, our site right now is, I think when you read it, it's really hey, you know what? You need to give us a call. So we need to figure out what it is that you want to do. And then we'll work from there to figure out a plan of what it is we can build. So I think I'm okay with not being super defined right now of hey, we build websites for dentists. We don't have to be that defined right now. So we're going to have to think about how we're going to market this thing. I wish this period was a circle as opposed to this rectangle. Oh, I really do. Yeah, really bad. That bothers me a lot. Okay, so what we're going to have to figure out on Monday. Oh my goodness, I hope I can go on Monday, because that's when I have to go bring in my car for servicing. Ooh, we'll have to see what's going to happen on Monday, because I imagine they're going to need the car for, well, hopefully it'll be in and out, because they won't have much. They'll just do the inspection and it'll be good to go, and then we get the sticker and then away we go. But if they have to fix a bunch of things, then that could get, number one, it could get expensive, and number two, it could take more time. Okay, anyways, we build brands. Yeah. So Monday, what do we need to do? We need to figure out how we're going to market to people. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to have to create a list of potential clients and the kind of people that we might want to do business with. and we're just going to have to reach out to them. I mean, that's all there is to it. I don't want to spend any money right now on ads because I don't even know who to advertise to. So I think that's what we're going to have to do on Monday. We really need to figure out the marketing game, because if we can figure out the marketing game and how to get clients, because that's what everyone needs to know. How do I get clients? And I think people maybe deep down know how to get clients, but don't want to put forth the work and effort that it's going to take. And I think it's going to be like a lot of grunt work of emailing people. It's like a combination of emailing people, and I think what I'm going to do is something I saw somebody post online once, was emailing them with like these 2-minute video clips of saying, hey, I saw this is your website. This is really cool. Hey, have you thought of doing this and this and this to it? You know, this might help you increase conversions or something like that. Let me know, you know, how that information, what do you think? I help other companies, businesses do the same. Give me a call if you ever need any help. Happy to help at any time. You know, whatever it is, something like that. We'll have to send it out and then have a plan to do that every day, to send out, you know, 20, 30, 10, I don't know, whatever it is, every single day for like the next 3 months. And, you know, keep putting that out there. So that would be the one part of marketing, is kind of like that outbound, whatever. But then there's the inbound stuff. I think I'm hoping I'm getting my outbound versus inbound nomenclature correct. But so that would be the outbound. Or is that the inbound? Anyway, say that's the outbound. So the inbound marketing would be things like creating videos, tutorials, and pieces of content that are on YouTube that are going to, because that's my, I think I would say that's my best avenue right now, as opposed to Twitter, Instagram, or what have you. Putting the content out there that'll help people that are my target market, right? So think about what they might be searching on YouTube for, needing help with, that they could come across my videos to be able to help them, right? So whether that's learning how to build a membership website, learning how to, you know, integrating with Zapier, or learning how they can build their brand, whatever. I don't know if the big CEOs are even going to be searching for stuff like that, but putting myself out there to the potential clients of showcasing what I can do, my skills, my knowledge, my expertise. You know, if I create a high quality course of just how to learn how to do web design, right? And I put it out there, and then that'll just help me establish myself in the industry as someone who knows web design. And then when the time comes when that person's like, somebody reaches out to them and says, hey, I need someone to do a website. Hey, I heard of so-and-so on YouTube or whatever. Check out this Pixel company. They seem to know what they're doing. They might have exactly what you're looking for, right? And that's the type of marketing where it's slow. It's consistent. You got to keep putting stuff out there. And the return on investment is, who knows what it's going to be or how long it's going to be. Maybe it's a year or 2 years longer, who knows? But you got to keep putting your stuff out there. And then over time, that'll grow the brand, right? So that's going to be a long thing. And I think that's what, over the next few months anyways, what this live stream is going to be focusing on, is what are the marketing efforts that we're going to do in order to be able to establish Pixel as a player in this space of building websites, building brands, building membership websites, right? So that's what we're going to focus on. I do believe I should probably be talking like this so you don't have to see my face in a face. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, it's been about an hour, just about an hour. So I think that's a good place to stop. My throat is super dry, and I don't want to get into too much here, like I said, before Monday. So I'm going to spend some time over the weekend, think about this, think about what I think the process is going to look like, and be ready to go on Monday. It might be later on Monday, depending on how long it takes for the car to get repaired or looked at and then fixed or whatever. So maybe I could do it from a coffee shop. I don't know. Not sure where I'm going to be, or just later till I get home. Anyways, either way, Monday through Friday, we're not going to stop till we're at 1 million. And then that's just going to be the start as well too. That'll be the start of a new journey. Okay, that's it. We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed the whole kind of 3-week membership website thing. yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's valuable to somebody out there. If not, then I don't know. It was something to do anyways that we got a membership website in. And I think we learned a lot in terms of the capabilities and limitations of Webflow. Always really, really good to know the extent of what the tools that you use, what they're capable of doing. Just like a mechanic knows what tools are good for certain situations, which tools aren't as good. And then they figure out kind of what tools they need to put in their toolbox in order for them to do the work that they want to do. Same thing for any web designer or developer or whatever. You got a bunch of different tools that you can use. You need to be able to find the right tool for the job. So that's kind of what we did, which was good. So it was beneficial, even if nobody ends up watching it. Okay. Hopefully that's not the case, but if it is, then that's okay. I'm okay with it. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. Have yourself a lovely weekend and much success in your business ventures. Hopefully you'll join me along working every single day towards that goal of $1 million. And we'll get there before you know it. All right, guys, have a good weekend and we'll see you next time.